Hello, my sword students. Sword Sensei here. Back at again with another what if. This is what if Deku was betrayed part 4? Is it part 4? Hold on. I've totally forgotten. Yeah, part 4. Yeah, sorry. I've totally forgotten. Yeah, part 4. Where did I leave off? Uh... Oh, Deku did the Iron Maiden to All for One. Yada yada yada. Held a press conference. Aizawa gave him and Momo a couple days off. Oh, what did I exactly leave off? I left off. Frick. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Sorry, guys. And I've already spent pretty much 2 minutes. I left off. Oh yeah, now it's the final license exam. Right? Yes, I think it's the final license exam. But I'm saying that because of the All for One fight, Stain fight, and the what is it called? The crap, what is it called? The attack on the forest training camp. I'm saying that. Yeah, sorry, I have to turn on my fan. I'm saying that they're letting him take his actual like hero license exam instead of his regular final license exam. Because I'm making him, a hero earlier for plot, and because I want to. You can't talk to me. And then 2 reasons why I'm doing this like early is because, Airy. I don't remember if the overall arc was after the training camp. Cause they had that. Then the license. No, they had the Stain arc. Then they had the provisional license exam. Then they had the what's it called? The forest training camp arc, and I don't think they had the overhaul arc. I don't know why so many people do the overall arc before they actually do the final license exam. I mean, second year license exam. I don't remember. But yeah, okay. So instead of him doing the final license exam, he's taking the hero license exam, where he will become a full-fledged hero quickly. And he's going against Endeavor, All Might, who's the number 3 hero. I don't remember their name. They're facing the big 3. Cause Deku got what's his name? All for One. All Might didn't burn out One for All. So I'm saying, okay. So he gets this is the day before Aizawa tells him about the provisional license exam, and then he tells Deku about the hero license exam that he will be taking. So yeah, what else? What else? What else? I know I'm somewhat going through this fast. It's because I really want to get to the save area arc. Well, not really. Like, but I do like each video an hour long, except for the 1.5s because of where my phone shut off or someone interrupted me. Excuse me. I'm so tired. I know it's only 7, but I mean, like, I'm just really tired and I get to laze around because, it's almost Thanksgiving break. Next week is Thanksgiving break for me. So I will be making some new what ifs. I had some ideas earlier today about some new what ifs and some what ifs that people do, but they don't really finish. Because I don't know why they don't. Okay, so, okay, let's do this. What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens? Yeah, okay, so, it's, it's the top 3 heroes, All Might, Endeavor, and the number three hero. I don't remember their name. And so, no, Aizawa tells him about the provisional license exam. He tells Izuku about the hero license exam he will be taking because of the All for One, Stain, and and the training camp thing. So yeah, he goes and he puts on his armor before they even get in the bus, and he's wearing this, obviously. You know this, and so. Once they get there, Deku says bye, and then they're all wondering, what? Where are you going? Oh, I'm not taking the provisional license exam. I'm taking the hero license exam. I think that's what it's called. And they're all like, what? And he's like, yeah, I took down All for One, Stain, and pretty much almost every single villain there for the training camp. And I tracked them down. Like, what else do you think? You're still gonna have to take the pre-real license exam. No, I freaking I beat the number 1 villain easily. Like, bruv, you can't, like, he literally says bruv. And, like, so, like, the people are, the class 1A is still mad at him. They shoot death glares, and except for the new Deku squad, some of class 1A doesn't. Some of class 1A does, and some of class 1A is just neutral. Like, they don't care. They try to become friends with Deku, but they can't. And Hochako gets mad. Ida gets mad because he a dick. He a dick, like, just straight up. He a dick. He has a stick. He's a stickler for rules, but I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, Jesus. So what else? Yeah. So he goes to fight. The top 3 heroes, and there's a big ass crowd, because they're actually doing this on live television. These are headlines. The headlines say, new number 1 hero takes his hero license exam, and he's only a first year. Everybody's watching the news. A first year, taking the hero license exam. He must be a prodigy. And, he comes out, and he sees the cameras, and he says to everybody, Hi there! Welcome to a battle between me and the top 3 heroes. Because I'm guessing those are going to be the only 3. All Might, Endeavor, and the top 3 hero. I'm saying he just says the name. I don't remember the name. So, yeah. And, yeah. And he says, my name is Izuku Midoriya. Hero name, Black Knight. Welcome, everybody, to this fight. That rhymed. Did not mean to make it rhyme. He says that. And I'm also saying that. So yeah, the top 3 heroes come out. And so, Deku says, I will be fighting All Might alone. And, like, everybody feels the, tenseness in the air. Even people watching it feel it. So, he says, army of 100 Shadow Knights, appear. And 100 Shadow Knights come out. And he says, 50, take on the number 3 hero. The other 50, take on Endeavor. I will be fighting All Might alone. And so they, the like 50, the 100 Shadow Knights, they beat Endeavor and the number 3 hero. Is the number 3 hero Hawks? I don't remember. Excuse me. I'm so tired. Anyway, what else? Yeah, so, and then he says reform. I mean, come back. They come back, you know, easily. And now it's Deku versus All Might, and it's just a 1v1. Because, you know, the number 3 hero and Endeavor are just knocked out. Like, 50 of equal strength of this guy. Like, dude. Like, just like, you know, just imagine, you know, like, bruv, you would literally die. Like, not even joking, not even J.K. Rowling. I know, it's a stupid joke. So yeah, Deku does a power slash. I don't remember what it was called. I'm calling it a power slash. He does a power slash. If you don't know what a power slash is, he does a slash, but it's a lot slower, but it's more powerful. And then he follows it up with a flash slash, where he does a quick slash, but it's weaker. And then he follows that up with a normal slash, which is a normal slash by him. And it makes this, he does the power slash going down. He does the flash slash going across, and he does and he does 2 normal slashes, one going diagonally left and the other one going right. So it pretty much makes this sort of not vortexing, but you know, just a bunch of slashes, and they all hit All Might, and it sends All Might flying really far, and Deku it sends him into the air. Deku just jumps, and you know, he sort of like jumps and body flickers behind All Might, and he just elbows All Might in the back, and you know, once All Might hits the ground, he just reverts back to his Small Might form. You know, because he can't fight, like, at all. You know, because he would just hit all by those power slashes, you know, all of those slashes, and just hit in the back. He's knocked out. And everybody's just surprised on how powerful he is. Well, obviously the fights went, like, longer than this, but, you know, I'm just saying I'm just saying this, to get it over it, to get over with it, and uh, and so he gets his hero license, and it says, name Izuku Midoriya, hero name Black Knight, the Night Hero. And so he shows this to, wait, did Inko believe? I don't remember if Inko did believe him. Believe he didn't do it. Yes, she believed he didn't do it. If I did say she, if she did believe he do it, then she didn't. I don't remember. So yeah, I have to delete a lot of some old the old videos, because I don't need them anymore. Anyway, Momo, him, all his friend group, they go out to party. Obviously, no drinking. They're not 18. They're not old enough to drink. Like, come on. And I think this is pretty much going to be my last what if on what if Deku was betrayed. Because it's just really short, and I'm doing hour-long videos, so, And, yeah. So, they hang out, they party, do all of that stuff. They don't get drunk, obviously. They're responsible students. But, I'm saying that Izuku, he actually just takes a shot of whiskey. Shot of vodka. Even though he's not supposed to. Aizawa let him take a shot of vodka, because just for him and only him. Because I think Aizawa will be one of those teachers where he would have like a liquor cabinet in his own office. Excuse me. So yeah, he's a little bit. He's not tipsy, but he's a little bit buzzed. Obviously, if you're just taking a shot of vodka, because vodka is a lot of alcohol. Just straight up vodka is a lot of alcohol. Trust me. Like, I've never had vodka, but I've heard that it has a lot of alcohol. Oof. So yeah. What's next? Yeah. So they party. Deku, Momo, they make out. Yada yada yada, all of that, and I'm time skipping actually, cause I can. Oh no, I'm not time skipping. I still have more to do. So it's now the Save Eri arc. Deku is out on patrol with Ryuk and Momo. No, he's just out patrol on by himself, because he has his hero license, and Eri bumps into him, and he says to the little girl, "Are you okay?" And she says, "Save me." And he looks up to see Overhaul, and he knows, he can like feel sin. He can't actually like feel sin, but he can feel sin off off Overhaul. Because I'm just saying this for plot. He doesn't trust Overhaul, and so he just teleports Eri like a couple blocks down. Well, he doesn't teleport Eri. He hides Eri. Because I'm saying he has he tells Eri to open his back. She does, and she sees that there's a little compartment that she can hide in. Because I'm just saying this, he normally just stores food and stuff in there just in case he gets hungry, and like field supplies, just in case. But I'm saying he didn't bring anything today because he's just out on patrol. Like what really could happen? Eri climbs in there, and there's obviously breathing holes, and it's not dark. It's sort of it's like a one-way glass, where she can only see out of it, and but nobody can see in it through it. Nobody can see through it, but it just looks like a black sheet of metal, and it's pretty much like it's a yeah. That's like the easiest way to explain it, not to get into depth. Also, I'm just adding that because of plot, and it's my what if. I can do whatever I want to, and he said, and Overhaul says, "Hi there. Have you seen my daughter?" And he gives Overhaul a smile, and he says, "No, sir." I mean, no, he doesn't give Overhaul a smile. He says, "No, sir," with just a somewhat blank expression, and Overhaul can tell that he's lying. But he, oh no, Overhaul can't tell he's lying, and Overhaul says, "Oh, thank you. I'll be looking for her." And Deku says, "Are you sure you don't need any help?" And Mister? And Overhaul says, "No, thank you. I'm good." And so, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay, so now, Aries brought to Momo and stuff, and I'm saying that Sir Nai contacted him about about Overhaul and stuff. Tasaki Kai. So yeah, so Deku, he says to Eri, "Hey Eri, I'm gonna go beat up that bad man for you." And Eri's like, "No, don't do it. And please don't do it. I don't want you to die." And Deku says, "Oh, don't worry, Eri. I won't die. I've been through a lot worse than dying." And he gives her a smile, and she feels the warmth of the smile. Momo and Eri both feel the warmth of his smile, and she says to because I'm saying she calls him Papa, and this is the first time she says it. "Okay, Papa," and this makes Deku go flying back. And Deku says, "What?" And she says, "Papa? Can I call you Papa, right?" And he says, and Aries given those puppy dog eyes, and he's like, yes, you can." And and Aries says, "Did you hear that, Mama? I can call Papa Papa." And this sends Momo flying back, and she's like, "Mama, girl, I got a daughter, 'cause I can." Anyway. Sorry, I had to do that. I had to adjust something. How long do I have left? Okay, 35 minutes. Okay, so Terminator, they do all of that, and it's the next day, and Deku says, "Okay, I'm on my way out. Love you too." And they both say, "Love you." Aries says, "Love you, Papa." And so Deku's uh, uh, a shadow portal opens, and he just falls through. He gets to Night Eye's agency. He just appears there, and he says, "Night Eye, Sir Night Eye, right?" And then he sees all those old posters and action figures, and he's like, "Night Eye, future vision. Oh, you're that guy that I sold all my merch to." And Night Eye's like, "Wait, what? Wait, you're the guy who had all that merch for sale?" And yeah, Deku says, "Yeah, I hate All Might." And and Nade says, "What? Why?" And Deku just straight with cold and venomous voice, "He betrayed me." And Sir Night Eye feels this, and he says, "Okay, I'm not gonna pester you about it, but you know." And then Sir Night Eye explains overhaul, Chisaki Kai, all that. And so they go to raid, and I'm saying, Deku told him, Deku told Sir Night Eye not to tell the other contacts to stay away, because he can handle this by himself. And Sir Night Eye is like, "What?" And Deku says, "Yeah, I can create, like, what, 1 million of myself? Well, 1 million of myself. I can copy 1 million of myself as shadow copy 1 million of myself, pretty much. And like, I only need 100. I know 50. I know 50 is just like over. I know just 50 is overkill, but I just want to be safe." And Sir Night says, "Okay." And so and then Deku summons 100, Shadow Knights. And Deku says, "Charge!" And he summons a horse just a skeleton horse made out of shadows. I don't want to find a picture because I just thought of this idea. And he's riding on it, and he says, "Charge!" And they all just start running in. They just go. And so, the Shadow Knights, they verse the villains and stuff who are there. They capture all of them because Deku, he's pissed. So, and that's fueling them to like go beyond, well, not go beyond, but go plus ultra, JK. No, but he says, "Charge," yada yada yada. He's pissed, and that gives him more energy and more power. Because I'm saying, when he's pissed, he gets a boost, and because I'm saying that even, the Black Knight says that is fucked up. Why is that so fucked up? Like, even he wouldn't do that, and he's killed thousands. Like, Jesus, God, I'm not a monster. Like, holy crap. Yeah, and well, he's and because of this, I'm not because of this. After he's killed, because I'm doing sort of like a flashback sort of filler. The only reason why he stopped killing was because he found true love, and so he married her. They had a baby, and then that was the Midoriya that went, Midoriya, and that's why he ended up with, Black Knight, the Black Knight. So yeah, so yeah, and then Deku, he just starts riding around on his horse, taking out enemies with just his blade, nothing else. And he gets to Overhaul, and he lets out intense bloodlust, like bloodlust that you can feel. It's just the weight of the sun. Like, I'm kidding. It's not the weight of the sun, but imagine it's 3 Earths times 5, and that's a lot of gravity. Like, holy crap, that would kill somebody. Anyway, yeah, no, it's not. Well, it's not like that. Well, it's not actually that, but I'm just trying to describe it, I guess. But yeah, no, he lets off intense bloodlust, and he just charges straight at Overhaul. He hits Overhaul. Overhaul goes flying. Overhaul, does his, he uses quirk on Deku, and Deku just stands there, and he takes it. Nothing happens to Deku. And like, Overhaul's like, what? What's happening? And Deku just starts walking. Cause I'm saying he learned this new ability. It's called Shadow, where he can pretty much turn his body into mist, but it's black mist. But yeah, so he can pretty much walk through objects with general ease. So he starts walking to Overhaul through it, and he just starts letting off flash slashes. He just lets off like a dozen. Most of them miss or get blocked, but I'm saying that 2 hit Overhaul, and they send him flying, and then Deku just sort of flash steps and just starts wailing on Overhaul, beating him to like a bloody pulp, like what he did in canon, but like 2 times severe. And Overhaul is effed up, so then Deku just ties him up. Easily. He ties him up easily. And he tells, he goes on the intercoms, because I'm saying that in the same room, they had intercoms or something, I don't know. And he says, through the intercoms, all villains, your boss all the villains, your boss has been taken down, Overhaul or Kisaki Kai, by me, the Black Knight. And if you don't want to be beaten up to a bloody pulp, I suggest you surrender or face death. Well, not face death, but close to death. He literally says close to death. Like it's just like one step from, like, imagine if death is 1 mile and you are pretty much almost done with the mile, just like that. It's like that. It's like just a couple inches before you actually hit 1 mile. Like, that's how close you are. And they surrender. All of them surrender because they hear he's serious. So yeah, no, all the Black Knights, they capture them, throw them, and Sir Night-Eye sees that that Overhaul's just beaten to a bloody pulp, and I'm also Miria was there, but Sir Night-Eye says let him handle this, and both Sir Night-Eye and Mirio just start throwing up, because I'm saying he was like mangled. Like, he was just mauled by a bear, tiger, and wolf combined, mixed with All Might, United States of Smash, and, United States of Smash, plus, I'm just saying that. And so he looks fucked up as shit, excuse my language, but yeah, no, he looks terrible. So yeah, you know, Deku, yeah, no, Sir Nai says, well, good job, you'll be getting all the credit for this. And, you know, because Sir Nai, he doesn't die. So yeah, what else? You know, it's still the same day. This all happened in one day. Deku comes back, you know, like blood is dripping down his armor. You know, because he did a lot of damage. There was a lot of blood everywhere, and he comes home, and Momo and Eri see just blood dripping down his armor, and you know they both say, "Are you okay?" And he says, "I'm okay. The blood isn't." Oh, you're talking about the blood? It's not mine. And they're like, "Okay, yeah, I'm terrified now." Momo was like, "I'm terrified now." Eri's like, "So did you win?" And what do you think all this blood is from, Eri? That, yeah, and she sort of gives, she sort of, like, tilts her head and like, what? This blood is all from that bad man. And I will go take my armor off and clean it, because, you know, I don't want stains. You know, that doesn't really help. And so, you know, he washes up, he plays with Eri, you know, yada yada yada. So I'm skipping a couple years, and Momo and Deku are getting married. Because I can. And because it's my what if. So yeah, Momo and Deku, they get married. He says, you know, they're on the pedestal or whatever. I don't really remember what, you know, they're at the altar and stuff. And the priest or whoever says, Do you, Momo Yaruzu, take Izuku Midoriya as your husband? She says, I do. And he tells Deku, do you, Izuku Midoriya, take Momo Yaruzu as your wife? He says, I do. You may now kiss the bride. They both kiss. It's official. They're married. You know, like the new Deku squad's there. You know, friends and family. And like I'm saying, like even Aizawa's there, like clapping. You know, because he feels like, you know, he just accomplished something. So he can, you know, sleep. And so, you know, and then, you know, like, before they got married, he was #1 hero. He's been #1 hero for a long time. And, you know, he's not going to retire anytime soon. But, you know, they get married. And so, you know, and then I'm saying, like 1-2 years pass by. Momo's like I'm saying 7th hero. And you know the #1, #7th hero, they're together, you know, and so, you know, they're in their like 20s or something. I don't know. They're in their prime. So, and Deku says, "Okay, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and you know, go back to our old roots." And like they're not in their prime, you know. They got married when they were 18. They don't regret it at all. You know, it's not sort of like, you know, get married in their 30s. You know, they were 18. They got married. Wait, no, weren't they 6? Weren't they 14 when they got into high school? I'm saying that they were 20. Aizawa's still been teaching there and stuff. And so Deku says to Momo, Momo. And she said, "Yeah, hun. I've been thinking about this for a while. I think I want to go teach at UA. You know, do what I did. You know, try to keep people up, cause he's opened a lot more. So he's not like what he was, when I first started this What If, and so see, she says okay. Oh, wait, no, since this was all when they were 14. Eri Eri's now 4. She was 4 in the anime, so she's uh 8. She's 10. But no, let's say she was 6. Cuz and I'm saying, they adopted Eri, and so it's Eri Midoriya. That's her last name. So yeah, and he says, yeah. He does that, and she says, "Do you want me to come with you?" And Deku says, "If you want to, I'm only gonna be teaching there for, I don't know, a couple years. Well, I'm only gonna be teaching there for 4 years. You know, try to get my students. Try to keep up my students." And so, you know, he talks with Principal Nezu, and he tells Principal Nezu to keep this on the down low. So, yeah, and don't tell them my name and stuff. And so, you know, and so this is like the first year that Eri gets in. They've been training Eri and stuff, and so Principal Nezu says to the teachers, "You will be having 2 new teachers this year. And Aizawa, you will be taking a break for 4 years. You can take a rest. You can actually go to sleep and stuff. You don't have to deal with school. I mean, you'll have to deal a little bit, because of these new teachers. Ha. And then, who are these two?" And he asks, Aizawa asks, "Who are these 2 new teachers?" And, Izuku sort of walks up behind him, and he covers Aizawa's eyes, and he says, "Guess who?" And everybody just looks, and it's Momo and Deku. And Aizawa's like, "You're gonna teach here at UA?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think it's time." I tell them my story and what happened. You know, All Might has been retired. He doesn't, he's alone. Cause he Minko, I'm saying All Might, he does apologize profusely in this, and Deku finally accepts his apology, but this is after he graduated, and Izuku says, "I'm gonna be the top I'm gonna be I am the number 1 hero, so I might as well just accept your apology." So yeah, they, as always says, "Oh, problem child, you're gonna have a hell of a time." And so it's the first day of UA and stuff, and so I'm saying that yeah, all it's Eri, Koda, and a bunch of the next gen people were there, and so they say, Eri says, no, like one of the next gen people said, no, Koda says, we're getting a new teacher, and so Eri says, "So we're not getting Uncle Aizawa?" And Koda says no, because she thinks of Aizawa as an uncle, and when she first called him Uncle Aizawa, it blew Aizawa away, and she's like, yeah, you can call me uncle. I mean, he's like, yeah, you can call me uncle. And so Deku hops out of a portal with Momo, and he says, "Hi, students," and they say, "It's Black Knight, Izuku Midoriya, the #1 hero, and the #7 hero, his wife, Momo Midoriya." And Eri says, "Mom, Dad," and he's like, "Hi, sweetie." Everybody looks. Oh no, they don't look. They don't. No, everybody looks at Eri and like, wait, these are your parents? Yeah, I'm adopted. Koto knows this, but like none of the next gen people know this. Yeah. So, yeah. And Deku says, "Okay, well, I'm gonna be teaching here for a couple years, and I just want to see my little girl grow up, have a life, you know." And he gives Kota somewhat a stern look, and no, he gives like the entire class a stern look. Okay, time for. Time for the quirk apprehension test. He does this in a serious tone, and Momo says, "Oh, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, huh?" And he says, "Yes, baby." He kisses her. Yeah, they both kiss. So, and then one of the students says, "Wait, aren't we supposed to be going to orientation?" And he says, he somewhat slams his fist on the podium, and he says, "You all want to be heroes. Oh wait, you came here to be heroes, not to go to some stupid orientation. Now, go get your I have your gym uniforms right here. Go to practice ground beta, and we'll see you there." And stuff like that. And so he calls over Bakugo and Todoroki, and he says to both of them, "Hey guys, guess what I'm doing?" And they both say, "What are you doing, Midoriya?" Bakugo says, "What are you doing, Deku?" Todoroki says, "What are you doing, Midoriya?" And he says, "Well, I became a teacher at UA, and I'm doing our first day of UA." And they're like, "Oh, are you gonna expel somebody?" Like, Deku says, "Maybe. Very possibly. If there's a pervert like Mineta in there, probably." And there's no pervert like Mineta in there. So yeah, they do decent on the quirk apprehension test. Okay. And he says, "Okay, students, well, yeah, he says, also, none of you were gonna be expelled. I was just seeing if there were, like, just to show off your quirks and what they do, and, see if there was a pervert in here." Mineta. He says Mineta out loud. If they hear this and they ask, "Who's Mineta?" A very, very perverted person. And Mama gets flashbacks and she shivers like, "God, I want to kick that grape fuck." Like, they hear her cuss, and she's not one to cuss, and and Aries shocked like, "Mom, why did you cuss?" And and she says to and Momo says to Aries, "You do not know how perverted this man was. He was very perverted." You know. And so after the day sort of ends, Momo walks up to Izuku, because I'm just doing this for plot, and how much time? I have 9 minutes. And so, yeah. She just walks up to Deku, all that, and she tells Deku, so I have to tell you something. And he's like, yes, hon. And she brings out a pregnancy test, and it's positive, and Deku just starts crying. Aries there, Aries, like, they don't hear him crying. Aries, just went up to check on, Deku and Momo, and she sees, Deku crying, and she's like, "Dad, what happened?" And he says to Aries, wiping his tears, "Aries, sweetie, have you wanted a sibling?" And doesn't really get it at first, and then she gets it, like, "Mom, you're pregnant?" And she's like, "Yeah, sweetie, you'll have a baby sibling. I mean, a sibling, a younger sibling." And and then Aries starts tearing up and stuff, and they all hug. And I'm saying this is the the not 9 months, because they did this like a while ago. They had the naughties a while ago. They did the naughties a while ago. So yeah, no. And it's the birth of the boy. It's a boy. So and I'm saying that each person, I mean each gene, when they unlock it, it's a different knight. They're all the same person. They're all the Black Knight, but Izuku got the Black Knight, like actual Black Knight. Like, I'm saying his son gets the Silver Knight, the White Knight, instead of black. And so it's his son. It's a boy, and what color does? Yeah, no, I'm saying he gets green eyes, black hair. It's a guy, green eyes, black hair. And then he announces this publicly to people that he just had he texted everybody to come over to the hospital, his friend group, to come over to the hospital. He texts the entire class of 1A, text them, and he says, "Guys, come over to this hospital right now. I want to show you guys something." They all rush over, and Deku is just looking down at Momo. Not looking down, but he has a baby in his arms, and he says to everybody, "Guys, this is my baby. It's a boy." And they're all like, "He's so cute," because what's it called? The baby sort of has this face, this cute face, cute. I'm not gay, but I can't deny that's cute. Like, even non-gay people, even straight people, males would say that he's cute. No joke. He's probably one of the cutest anime characters ever, except for a couple that I don't really remember. Okay. Yeah, 5 minutes. You know, I'm saying that he names the baby after the first Black Knight, the very first Black Knight. And I'm saying his name was I'm saying his name was not I'm saying his name was not hideous. Um, Cardinal. Cardinal Black. I'm saying yeah, Cardinal Black. And he says this is baby Cardinal. Not Cardinal. Uh oh, I'm trying to think of a good name. Oh god. This is no, I'm saying his name was Jack Black. Not not uh no, his actual name was Black Jack. His first name was Black, his last name was Jack, even though that wouldn't make any sense, but they were known as the Jack family. But he names the baby after, the Black Knight's last name. So his name is Jack Midoriya. No, I'm saying no, Jack Black. His first the Black Knight's first name was Jack. His last name was Black. So Jack Black, and he names this is babe. He names his name is Jack Midoriya. So yeah, um, you know he grows up with Eri, and so and I'm saying Momo takes care of the baby most of the time until he's like 3. Not 3. Until he's old enough to go to preschool and stuff. But Momo works out and stuff. Trains to quirk, does superhero work, all of that. And a couple years go by. Eri becomes number 2 hero, and Jack. I'm saying his hero name is White Knight after his father, the Black Knight. So yeah. Momo and Deku, they live a peaceful life. And also the White Knight, aka Jack, he became number 1 with his sister number 2. And you know, like after, well, Deku was still number 1 for a few more years, but he decided to retire and just spend his time with Momo. And so, yeah. And I'm saying, yeah. How long? I have like 1 minute. You know, and he he grows old with Momo. You know, they're not too old. They're in their 50s now. They're retired, obviously, but he says to Ari, and Jack that that both of us love you, and he gives them a kiss on the forehead, and he says, well, I've been retired for these few years, and I think it's time to let you know something. Um, this isn't actually a quirk. I mean, no, they already know it's not a quirk, and so he says, I'll be passing down the mantle of Knight to my son, the White Knight, the number 1 hero, soon to be number 1 hero. After you have to beat your sister. And, you know, and I'm saying that's it. Well, I hope you guys like this What If. This is the end of What If Deku Was Betrayed. I ended up off a happy note, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.